Well, it's finally that time of year. I told you all in one of the last 928 videos that it was the last day driving it. I will say I snuck out and drove it a couple more times. Don't tell anybody. But, you know, it's looking pretty nice today, but I think in 2 or 3 days, I actually saw a couple snowflakes on the forecast. So, you know, it's a couple days before Halloween. It's about time to get the 928 tucked away for hibernation in the pole barn. So, today's the day. We're gonna be coming in here. Flip some lights on, you probably can't see a whole lot, but anyway, we've got a nice little spot kind of tucked away right here. Get our tractor out of the way, and as you can tell from the oil spots that sort of move, this is where it usually kind of lives. So, got a few things I like to do to it. You know, I'm gonna wipe it off real quick because I do throw a car cover on it. That way I don't, you know, leave any big chunks of dirt on it and scratch up what's left of the paint. I pack a ton of dryer sheets into this thing. So far, knock on wood, I'll find some here in a minute, I've had no rodent issues in this car in the, I think 3 winters I've put it out there. So the dryer sheets seem to keep all the critters away, which is a good thing. I throw a little bit of extra air in the tires because they inevitably lose some, so that way I just kind of start a little high. And I've already put a bottle of Stable in the fuel tank and topped it off. That's all good to go. Gonna grab the last few things like sunglasses and whatever else I forgot in there. Snowblower's out. Hopefully I'm scaring the snow away with it. And then there's this. We'll talk more about that later. But anyway, let's get this thing wiped off, full of dryer sheets, and we'll get her parked out there for the winter. This isn't full-blown detailing or anything, but just, you know, a bit of dust settles on this when it sits around, and I figure we'll just kind of knock a little bit off and prevent that from getting scuffed around underneath that cover all winter. Who knows, I'm probably just making it worse. I like to throw a few extra PSI in these for winter. It probably doesn't help, but I feel like it gives me a chance of these things not being completely flat when I come back in the spring. I don't usually do it too crazy, but I think I run around 35 or 36 in them, and I put 40 or 42 for the winter. And I think last year only one of them was kind of squishy, so something I'm doing must be working. So now for some anti-rodent protection, we use just all the dryer sheets. All dryer sheets, all the time. So I'll throw an extra one in there because we put it in when I took the battery out. No, seriously, I throw one of these on basically every flat surface. Car seat, gotta have one there. Work our way around. I just like to make sure, as I bang the door on my toolbox, that any little place, mouse or chipmunk or, you know, any other woodland creature decides they want to try to take up residence, has something to deter them. So I do these in all the compartments. I do them under the hood. And something my wife's uncle taught me, which I actually kind of like and seems to work. I've been doing this. I'll do this when I get out to the barn, but tuck them in the wheel. Because how are they going to get in the car if they don't climb up the wheel? Genius level thinking right there. So I think I'll do the rest of the dryer sheets out of the barn. I'm going to get this thing driven out there, backed in, throw the rest of the dryer sheets in it, and it's about time to put the cover on. Okay, making our drive. The truly last drive of the year, out to the backyard of the pole barn. I think we'll back out. Turning around out there is becoming complicated. I can't stop adding trailers for some reason to my backyard. All right, we are in the pole barn, sort of. This is always the most fun part, is getting this thing put away without a spotter. We'll just kind of Austin Powers our way into the parking spot though. I must say I'm fairly impressed with myself. Without having a spotter out here, kind of surprised. It's in there about in the spot I wanted it to live. I was hoping to scoot it not all the way to the wall, but, you know, fairly close, so I can still get by there if I need to in the winter and, you know, grab that flooring I've been meaning to put in my office closet for the last 2.5 years. So that's there, but yeah, that went pretty well. So forgot to roll the windows up, so I'm gonna do that here in a minute. Finish dryer sheets and then get the car cover on. One other thing I forgot to do. I need to, let's see, are you tight? Probably, you should be tight. And nope, was able to get you off, perfect. Got to pull, well, I bet this one's tight. Yeah, got to pull this monstrous battery out. Turns out a visit to the onboard toolkit was needed. Don't know why this adjustable wrench is in here, but that's okay. You never really know until you know. Yeah, we got to get this battery out. I feel like a battery tender out here might work, but I like to just pull these out and get them at least in the garage. Oh, giant battery. Oh, seriously. This thing is huge. Monster battery. So we're going to put that away. Once I've pulled the battery and no longer am in danger of starting it, I like to tuck a couple of these guys just gently into these air intakes so that no one decides to climb up in there in the winter and, you know, make a nest in the airbox that I get to find out the first time I hit the key. Let's see. You know, this cools off a little bit more. I like to toss a couple up in here just to prevent anybody from, you know, dining on wires. And after that, it's time to put the cover on. Now that it's slightly later in the day, and this thing's cooled off a bit. There we go. I just like to throw dryer sheet under these intake runners. There's a lot of wiring and hoses and stuff under there. Just keep anything from wanting to build a nest. So that should be, yeah. I think we're good to get that closed. Start pulling our cover over the front of the car. Get ready for sleep, Porsche. Under that side. Under this side. Tuck in you. And would you look at that? Ready for winter hibernation. I think. No, we're not. We missed this one. Get out of there. Now we were ready to hang out and enjoy a little hibernation and start driving again in the spring. So obviously Porsche content for this year has come to an end, but now I can focus more on that dune buggy. So of course now it's cold, so it's time to start driving the dune buggy a little more regularly. Got some things to do to it. I've got to take care of the fan shrouds rubbing, or the fans rubbing on the fan shroud, get some other work to do. Toying around with rebuilding the engine this winter, or, you know, just going through it. You know, it's got that oil leak and everything. I'm like, do I get a bigger engine or, you know, make the one I have work? So we'll see. Leave a comment below. Let me know. Do we rebuild what we've got and seal it up and make it right? Or do we just abandon ship and go a different direction? So anyway, appreciate you all stopping by and check out the video. Hopefully you like what you see. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and leave me a like and a comment. And we will catch you on the next video. Thanks.